Hi, Danny and Sue. I wanted to make this video because I thought it would be a faster and way to see what I can do with WordPress, and it would be easier to understand than if I had just tried to write it out. And you can look at this video on your own time, so it doesn't take time for me to show you at school or anything. So yeah, just to get right into it, I'm going to try to show you more the user interface side of WordPress. And I do have, as I said, my own WordPress right now. And so I'm using the layout, the theme that I'm familiar with, but of course there are countless themes. And let me just show you this one. What you're looking at right now is called Sunspot, the theme. And the reason I use it is because I'm going for like a magazine, newspaper look. I think the biggest draw to this theme compared to others is that, as you can see, there are two columns. And if you count the sidebars, or the left margin and the right margin, that makes four. So it looks more like a magazine layout or newspaper layout. And I like that because I think more is better in this case. More information, more pictures, more links. It looks really busy and more live that way. So I just copied and pasted some of the things that I found on your Facebook page. And as you can see, it's divided by the title here. And if you click on the title, or you click on continue reading, you get the article by itself, and it's, as you can see, it's in one column now and it's larger. It's very easy for me to put up any picture or image either from the internet or photos that we have ourselves. As you know, I took this from the Facebook page as well. And this is just an example of how one blog entry would look. Some good things, other features about WordPress in general. There are easy jumps, easy links to the social sites like Twitter and Facebook, so you can connect our Facebook page to the WordPress page. You can also like each entry, and that will show up both for WordPress and I believe for Facebook too. So if you know how you can see likes on Facebook, you can also see them get that like if they click it here on WordPress, I think. If you see here, and hopefully it's not too small, but if you see here, I made different categories. Some just example ones: English language development, events, history, poetry, public speaking, test preparation. So these can be amended and changed later on. But what you do with these, basically when you make a blog entry, you just check mark which category that it also fits under. So if this is, for example, has to do with poetry, it would go under the poetry category. And when you click on the poetry hyperlink, all blog entries that have that same hyperlink will be put together into one page. And as you can see, it's not the two columns, it's the one column layout. Okay, so, and the categories are also viewable on the left side. So you can have categories by class, for example, and just click on one of them and it will open up all the entries for that one category. Here on the left side is a link for staff. It's hard to see now, you can't, but I just invited you to this WordPress, and you can put it's basically just a place if you want to give a little summary or bio of yourself. And right now there is nothing, because I didn't really make a bio. But if you can imagine the names Danny here, Sue, Shauna, Sean, and if you want to introduce yourselves, you can put that there. This is great because I didn't really have to do anything to make this, but there's a nice map here, Google Maps, that links to the address that you put. Of course, the address here, phone number, and hours can all be put here. So contact info is readily, easily viewable. About, very basically to give a description of the page, I use the same about as the Facebook one. And over here, if you click on the word, let's say this is language transit here, it leads to the home page. Okay, on the right side, there is a search form in case you just want to search something on our page quickly. For example, there was that poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, so just type in the word Henry, and there the poem comes up. There is a place for photos, which I actually tried to link a photo here to as an image, but it's not showing up for some reason. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. But there are different ways to put photos in the sidebar. So if you just want a couple of photos or 3 or 4 photos, they can link, I believe, to our Facebook or to a special photo sharing site like Flickr.com. That's what I usually use. And so it's another way to put images all in one place. They have a nice feature here where you can link to Facebook, go straight to our Facebook page, and also like the page itself. So you can see just right here, if you click it here, that will add to the likes. And there's another option for you to actually put the news feed, our status updates here from Facebook. The thing is, though, it comes out this really weird, it's a very skinny column, and it makes the updates look odd. So I haven't figured out if there's any way around that. I tried to mess with it, but I couldn't figure it out. So I figure it's better just to keep it simple and just have a little space to like Facebook. And well, I figure, any other entries on Facebook can also be found here anyway, so it's repetitive. But we can play around with that. There's also a space for each. You can break down the blog by month. So obviously, I just started this blog this month. There's only December, but it could have gone to November, October, whatever. And you can also see blog entries that way. Once again, it comes out in a large 1-column format. Okay. And what else did I put? I put this blogs I follow. So if we find other educational blogs or other blogs that you think, kind of like our neighbors, that you think the parents or clients would enjoy looking at as well, you can put them here. And it's really easy. So, for example, I already linked your actual blog that you made, and all you have to do is click follow on top of any WordPress blog, and it will add it. So as long as it's a WordPress blog, it's really easy. I'm not sure about other blogs being available or easy to link here, but you can imagine a list of maybe 10, 15 blogs right there. Yeah, so that's basically this format Sunspot. Now, color is important, I know, so I played around with color, but there's some limitations. For example, this remains this dark color, kind of like a black, this column, and this header remains this orange. Remains orange. You can't really change that, and you can't change the font color either. So one of the problems I had was First I wanted like, a more basic white page, but then the font, at least in the left side, starts to blend in too much and it's harder to see. So that's not good. And then I tried, the sort of a lighter blue, similar to the one of the real language transit blog. And as you can see, that's a problem. Now it's really hard to see the sort of yellowish font of the text there. So, but just by seeing these, you can see that you can play around with just about any color and change those. Okay, so as I said, that is Sunspot, and that's what I'm used to. But the thing about WordPress, it's all pretty much the same. It doesn't matter what layout you use. Dashboard is where you really control on the user side how things will look and how to write posts and stuff. And when I first started using WordPress, it took a long time to really, learn all these menus. So if you look, there's all these items on the left, and then they have sub-menus, and those menus have menus, and a lot of the words, they just are similar. Post, pages, those words are synonymous, but WordPress uses them their own particular way. And it just took trial and error, and I figured out how to do things more quickly. And I use WordPress often, so it's still in my memory which ones are most useful. So for example, appearance is how you would change the themes. Widgets. There's a lot of other widgets, or you can think of them as links that we can put other than calendar, categories. Those are all examples of widgets. Photos on the sidebar. Those things that I put on the sidebar, I was able to manipulate. So there's a lot of widgets that you can use. I'll just click on it to show you. See right here. These are the widgets that I have right now. Things like photos, the search form, the Facebook link, the blogs to follow. But these are, all the available widgets that they have. Some are a lot more useful than others, or they'll, fit our purpose. Yeah. Other than that, I wanted to show you that a few of the other themes that stood out to me, since there are countless themes, as I said. Here, this one is actually called Academica. So, of course, being an educational program, that would fit our needs in a way. The nice thing about this is, here's the sample made by the website. The nice thing about this is the font is actually more academic. It's less edgy. It's more scholarly in its look. The columns here on the left, it's nice and spaced out. Of course, there's a nice plain white background, and you have like the parent column, and then columns beneath are sort of indented more. So that just looked very clean to me. And they go by the one column. So instead of two, if you prefer one column, then it's a wider look. And there's also still another column side margin on the right where we could put those same things that I showed you. And I guess what's cool is, these are latest posts. So it would be different than using the widgets. It would just be another way to see old posts. So it's a cleaner, more simplistic layout, but maybe that's what you guys want. Another one that looks more similar to the one that you have now, that I thought was cute and more playful for children, was this. And I like the color scheme. I like how the different widgets are divided into these boxes, so it's really clearly defined that way. and